Hello, people. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is Pranav. I'm a product analyst at Vembu Technologies. Today, I will be moderating this webinar. And I see that attendees are joining in. We will give it a minute and start the webinar. Please stay connected. We will be back in a minute or two. So, thank you once again for staying connected. People, before starting with the session, I will start with the ground rules for the session. So all the attendees will be in the listen only mode. However, you have a question box. If you have any queries in between, you can post your questions in that question box. Also, there will be a Q&A session at the end if the time permits. So to begin with, let's start with a little bit about Vembu Technologies. We are one of the fast growing backup software headquartered in Chennai, India. We have more than a decade and a half years of experience in this industry of backup and disaster recovery market. Our customer base is spread across 100 plus countries, and so far we have reached 60,000 plus businesses across the globe. And there are some high ranking reviewing sites who have marked us to be the top leaders of the year 2019. So this is how a small introduction about Vembu goes on. This webinar is focusing on the topic of how hybrid backup helps you to achieve a complete data protection for your business. Let me introduce you to my presenter for this webinar today. I have with me Mr. Nivas, a product analyst at Vembu Technologies, who will be the one who will be hosting the webinar today. So he'll wrap up the session with a live demo too. So this webinar will be going through a 30 or 35 minutes of walkthrough with a small presentation along with as an initial part. So according to today's agenda, we have data protection, a rundown, which will be a start of the session. And on the board, you have your last line of defense, why the need of hybrid comes into the backup environment. Then you have how Vembu makes to be the right choice for you. And at the end, we'll be having a live demo to wrap up the session with. So now I hand over this mic to Nivas, who will be carrying out the session from here on.
Thank you, Pranav. Thanks for that wonderful introduction. So guys, yeah, I don't want to waste much of the time, so I'll just start with this webinar now. And I just introduce myself. So my name is Nivas. So I'm working as a product analyst here. So I'm the one who is going to host this webinar. So yeah, so this webinar is titled with how hybrid backup helps you achieve a complete data protection for your business. And yes, so we'll see so how this will help you to achieve a data protection for your business. So let's start this session now. Okay, so here the first thing is a data protection a rundown. Okay, it is no exaggeration to say that even one incident of a major data loss can mean a lot to business. It may be a game over for your business. So there are a lot of threats around you. So it may be malware attack, or your important data might get corrupted, or there might be some natural disaster, or yes, the human errors. Okay, so these are the things, or these are the threats for your business critical data. So here you can see some stats. Okay, around 39% of global data breaches are caused by the malware or some ransomware attacks. Okay, and nearly 58% of downtime incidents are caused by human errors, and 50% of the hardware fails every 5 years. So okay, so there are a lot of threats. Not only I just picked out something, picked out some of the threats, but along with this there are a lot of threats that might make to lose your business critical data. Okay, and yeah, so coming to, so what happens if you lose your data? The consequences are worst. Okay, so you lost your productivity, so your business productivity may go down. So if it go down, obviously your company revenue will go down. Okay, and your data loss in your business, that might cause and it will leads to a reputation loss. Your brand reputation might goes down, and obviously, so some of customers might leave your business. So these are the worst consequences if you lose your business critical data. Okay, and here are some of the stats. So 94% of companies uh, suffering from a data loss do not survive, and 43% never open. Okay, here you can see 7 out of 10 small businesses faces a data loss every year. Okay, so these data losses can cost a lot to your business. Okay, so yeah, so despite the occurrences of above mentioned scenarios, okay, your critical data need to be available to achieve a business continuity. Okay, so you can uh, protect your data by various means. Okay, but data backup and disaster recovery plays a crucial role in a data protection. Actually, it is a very necessary factor. Okay, here you can see 96% of the businesses with a backup and disaster recovery plan fully they are able to recover the business operation at the time of disaster or a data loss. Okay, so how you can backup your data, business critical data. So over a time, the overall backup methodology is changed from tape to disk and to cloud. Previously, backing up a critical data involves tape medias. So the one of the key advantages of tape medias is the cost. The tapes are very cheap, and you can store a large amount of data with spending a less amount of money. It's low cost, and yes, comparatively to other storage medias, it is cheaper and it can store a huge amount of data. So after the tape, the most common storage media or the disk. Okay, the disk are significantly efficient than tapes because it is faster. It is having the faster read and write speed, so very few moving parts and a lot of features. So you can compress the data, you can deduplicate, and you can store the backup data very efficiently on disk storage. Okay, the trend of storing backup on disk has been changing since more and more people are now choosing to store the backup data on their cloud platform. So cloud storing the backup data on cloud offering a lot of security, lot of advantages. Security is one of advantages. So it's flexible, it is scalable, and you can use the cloud at anywhere from any time. So you don't need to invest huge on the hardware. Okay, so this reduces the hardware cost, and the cloud is more reliable than any other storage medium, like storing the backup data on a tape or in a disk or a local server or something. Okay, however, they have a lot of advantages. There are certain disadvantages on every storage mediums that we have discussed. Okay, let us take the tape. Okay, the drawbacks in a tape is the sequential read and write. Okay, and the read and write speed of the tape drives are very slow compared to any other storage mediums listed here, and the tape degrades over the time, which can make the information inaccessible. So you cannot completely rely only on tape media to store the backup data. So when you come to disk, so disk have a few constraints, like they have shorter lifespan, and the chances for, since they have a moving parts and magnetic parts, the chances for failure is very high with the disk. So these reasons make the tape and disk unreliable. So while cloud storage is reliable with advanced security measures implemented, but the biggest drawbacks of the cloud is it is not as fast as disk. Okay, and completely depends on your network. So your bandwidth may be the reason that your business is not moving to the cloud. So if you have a very good network in your region, so the tape is one of the better storage medium than other explained about the tape storage and disk. The cloud backups are much reliable if you have a very good network connections. Okay, so your IT infrastructure is getting modernized. So depending only on these tape and disk mediums does not give a complete protection against the data loss. So here comes the cloud. Okay, so this will add give a added advantage than storing the backup data only on tape storage and disk mediums. So here comes the hybrid solution. Okay, so it is the mix of two things. The first thing is you need to have a local copy of backup data in your local servers. Then you can send a copy of backup data to a cloud medium. Here the hybrid storage. Even if the local servers goes down, you don't need to worry. So you have a copy of backup data in your cloud platform. So you can just log into a cloud and you'll be able to restore your backup data from anywhere and from any time. So what are the advantages of moving or deploying this kind of hybrid solution in your environment? The first one, it is low capex. So it eliminates the need for investing on new hardware for offset backups. Okay, then it's reliable. So overcome the shortcoming of tape and disk backups through cloud. You can. So that is the clouds are more reliable than any other storage mediums like the tape medias and the disk medias. And security. Okay, so you can encrypt your data, you can encrypt the data both during the transfer and also at the rest. So yes, even if any of your data in the local servers get corrupted or get affected by a ransomware, you don't need to worry. So the cloud service vendors, the cloud providers, they took a necessary actions to prevent the data against ransomware attack or any other kind of data loss. So it's more secure. And the final thing, it is scalable. So you can scale the storage at any time. You don't need to start with the bigger one. You just start with a smaller amount of storage. When the demand increases, you just scale the storage as your business needs. And yeah, so these are the scenarios you can tackle with the hybrid cloud. The first one is setting up a DR. So setting up a DR is very easy with cloud. So you have the first copy of backup data in your on-premise on a disk storage medium, and a second copy of backup data you can store it on a cloud. So this help you to achieve a 3-to-1 data protection policy. Means 3 copies of backup data using 2 different storage medium and 1 at an offsite. Okay, here you can also, if you still have a tape medias in your organization, you can also have a copy of backup data in tape. So that's an added advantage for your business. Okay, next one, the accessibility. Okay, your data is stored in cloud, so that gives a flexibility to you. So if something goes wrong with the on-premise copy of backup data, you don't need to worry. So you can just log into your cloud and you will be able to restore your backup data from anywhere and anytime. And compliances. So you can make a compliance requirements like the retention and data storage within your region and much more. Okay, and there are some compliances that requires to have a copy of backup data in a cloud platform. So if that's the case, so this kind of hybrid deployment might help you to comply with those regulations. The next one, it's reliable. So even if your on-site data goes down, so you can just log into your cloud and you'll be able to run the backup data as a virtual machine or something on your cloud platform, or you can just download the data and you can create a virtual machine or instances using the you can recover the data or by downloading it to an on-premise server or something. And the last one is the cloud. So cost. Okay, here how it reduce the cost. Okay, so if you are planning to go for an traditional way of setting up a server in an offset location, then replicating the backup data from the on-premise server to an offset server, then here 2 costs are involved. So you need to purchase the server for the on-premise backups and also for the offset server. So if you are planning to move to a cloud, then you can cut the cost that you are planning to invest on the offsite servers. Here you're not going to purchase any new server, so you can just subscribe for the cloud storage, and you're just going to pay for what you're going to use. So these are the serious things that you need to consider while designing a backup infrastructure for your business. And here comes the Vembu BDR Suite. Okay, it's a comprehensive backup solution, backup and disaster recovery solution for your business. Okay, so what makes Vembu the right choice for your business? Okay, the first one, so with Vembu you can back up your data across the physical servers, virtual servers, and even the cloud data centers. Whatever it is, Vembu help you to back up the data from anywhere. And lesser RPO and RTO are the key highlights of Vembu. So with every the RPO and RTO of Vembu is 15 minutes. Okay, so you can back up your business critical data as an image in every 15 minutes of interval. And coming to recovery time objective, if something goes wrong, you'll be able to restore the backup within 15 minutes of time. Okay, so the next one, so Vembu is providing you with multiple recovery option, so you can instantly recover the backup data, or if you don't want to restore the entire machine, if you just want to restore the particular data from the backup, you'll be able to do it. So we are providing multiple granular recovery options, and the backups are reliable, and you can check the recoverability of the backup data with Vembu. So every 24 hours your data will be booted, okay, or it will be mounted. So, and these reports will be sent to you every 24 hours. From this you can check the recoverability of the backup data. And the next one, you can achieve a 3-to-1 backup strategy. Okay, that means having 3 copies of backup data in 2 different storage medium with 1 copy at offsite. So Vembu help you to achieve the 3-to-1 backup strategy. And the last one is the efficient storage management. Okay, so Vembu is having a inbuilt compression, encryption, and deduplication. So these help you to store the backup data using the minimum storage. And if you're planning, if you wish to set up a hybrid deployment where you can have 1 copy at local and the 2nd copy at cloud, so Vembu is having a network acceleration. So only the compressed blocks of data will be sent to the cloud medium for the storage. So this will reduce your the bandwidth requirements, and also it will speed up your data transfer. So this is the Vembu BDR Suite. So it is an all-in-one backup solution for your physical, virtual, and cloud-based workloads. So what are the things that are coming with Vembu? Okay, so with Vembu you can back up your virtual machines running on VMware and Hyper-V. You can back up the virtual machines running on your standalone servers and also from the clustered servers. So you can back up your image of the Windows servers and workstation, and even granularly you can back up your files and applications. So applications such as Exchange, SQL, SharePoint, Outlook, and MySQL, you can back up using Vembu. So you can set up your offsite DR. If you have an offsite location, you can send a copy of backup data to an offsite location, or if you don't have an offsite location, you don't need to worry, you can set up a hybrid cloud with Vembu. So Vembu is offering a cloud service where you can set up a hybrid deployment where you have one copy of backup data at local server, and the 2nd copy of backup data can be sent to Vembu cloud. And apart from this, we are also providing backup solution for the SaaS applications such as Office 365 and G Suite. So these are the things that makes Vembu the right solution for your business. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so how we can achieve the hybrid cloud. So what I'll just show a demonstration, okay, of how you can make use of Vembu and set up a hybrid deployment or hybrid backup for your business. Okay, it's a small demonstration now. I will be sharing my screen now so you can see how it works. So I hope you can see a machine. So this is one of my server. So where I have downloaded and installed my Vembu BDR server. To downloading and installing Vembu BDR server on your local machine is very simple. So just go to vembu.com and click on this download. So it will take you to the page where you can download the Vembu BDR server. We just download this, so you can install it on a Windows machine, and if you want to install it on a Linux machine, or if you are looking for a appliances, VMware or Hyper-V appliances, yes, you can avail it. So just contact vembu-sales@vembu.com. So our support engineers or sales engineers will send this Linux and virtual appliances to you. Just download and install it on your machine. So once after the installation, you will get a shortcut like this. So this is the Vembu BDR server. So actually this application works on server and client component. So the server is it's a necessary, and the client components are optional. So just open the Vembu BDR server. So this is a web-based console. So you need to have a browser to access this console. Just log in to this console. So you can set this username and password while installing this application. So this installation will takes around maximum of 3 to 4 minutes. So once the installation is done, the first thing that you need to after this installation is the storage configuration. So just go to management and click on storage pool. So you can use your physical volumes to store the backup data, or if you have your network volumes, you can use that to store the backup data too. So once after creating a storage pool, so the backup data will go and get stored in that particular storage pool. Okay, from this application itself, you can configure the backup, okay, for your VMware virtual machines, Hyper-V virtual machines, Windows servers and workstation, and also granular backups for your files and application. So this will so you just create a backup. So creating a backup is very simple. So you need to add your backup host here. Once the host is added, you can just select the virtual machines and you can configure the backup for your virtual machines. Just you can directly let us take this VMware backup as an example. So you just need to give the IP address of your ESXi or vCenter. Then you need to give the credentials, and once after giving the credentials, just click on add host. Your servers will be added here. Once the servers are added, just click on backup now. It's simple. It listed all the virtual machines running under that particular server. Just select the server you want to backup, then click on next. So if you have any applications running inside these virtual machines, so you can enable this application web processing, and there's an optional one. So you need to select the credentials of that particular virtual machines to enable this application aware processing. Then you need to select the frequency. As I said, the frequency for the incremental backup is starting from 15 minutes, and you have multiple options. So you have option to run the backup to 1 hour or 2 hours, 6 hours and 12 hours, and you have option to run the backup daily or weekly. It's flexible, and even if you want to run an additional full backups, you can just select enable this, and you can select the schedule to run the additional full backups. Then click on next. So here the retention policy. So we have two retention policies. The first one is the basic retention, and the next one is the advanced retention. So the basic retention allows you to keep the last 19 days of backup data. So if you want to, or if you're looking for an GFS retention, so grandfather and father son kind of retention, then you can just go with this advanced one. So just select when you want to merge the backup data, then you need to select when or what time you want these data to get merged. Then you need to select the storage pool where you want to store the backup data. If you're having multiple storage pools, so all the storage pool will be listed here. Just select the storage pool where you want to store the backup data. And if you want to encrypt your backup data, just click on enable encryption. You can just leave it to system generated, or you can set your own password to encrypt the backup data. So all your backup data is compressed and encrypted both during the transfer and also at the rest. So that's all. You just need to give the name for the backup job and review the configuration. So once you're all ready, just click on save the backup. So the backup will run as per the schedule. Okay, similarly you can configure the backup for your Hyper-V virtual machines, Windows servers, workstations, files and applications. So you can also replicate the virtual machines, a live replication that allow you to replicate the virtual machines from one ESXi to another ESXi host. Soon this this option, the VM replication option, will be available for Hyper-V virtual machines also. So you have option to backup a copy of backup data, archive a copy of backup data to one tape media. So this, if you're looking for a archiving a backup data to tape, so this feature will come in handy. And coming to recovery option with Vembu, so we have multiple recovery option. Again, we'll just take this VMware backup as an example. So we have multiple recovery options. The first one is a quick vim recovery. So this option allow you to instantly boot the backup data as a virtual machine. So it's almost instant recovery process. So your backup data is still on the backup storage repository, and you can instantly boot it as a virtual machine. So you can use your VMware or Hyper-V or KVM to boot this backup data. So the next one is a permanent recovery. So it's a live recovery. It's copy the data from the backup storage and paste it on your data store and create a new virtual machine. The next one is a file level recovery. It's a granular recovery option. And the next one is disk management mount. So the disk management mount will allow you to attach the backup data to the local servers, a local disk management service of the backup server, and once it is attached, you can just browse into the attached files and folders and you can recover the backup data. The next one is a disk level recovery. So this option allows you to attach the backup VMDK to another virtual machine of your choice. So you can just connect to the virtual machine and you'll be able to access the data from the newly attached VMDK. The last one is the download option. So this option allows you to download the backup data into multiple file formats. So if you want to migrate the backup data from one platform to another, so this download will comes in handy. You can just, even though this is my VMware virtual machine, I can just download the backup data as a VHD or VHDX, and I can migrate it to an Hyper-V environment. These are recovery options, and you have multiple reporting options. As I said earlier, so Vembu, you'll be able to perform the recoverability test. So that's an image integrity. So basically, we do perform 3 checks here. The first one will try to check the integrity of the backup data. Then once the backup gets completed, we'll try to mount the backup data. And once after mounting the backup data, we'll try to boot the backup data. Okay, so if your data is mountable, you'll get a tick mark here. And once the data is booted, we'll try to capture the screenshot. So using the screenshot, you can check the recoverability of the backup data. So here you can see, so this backup data is booted now and the screenshot is captured. From this, if something goes wrong, you will get an error message in the screenshot and you can just take the necessary actions. Yeah. So this is the image integrity check of Vembu, and you have a lot more options that you can explore. Okay, so coming to hybrid deployment, setting up a hybrid deployment is very easy with Vembu. For this, so you need to create a Vembu portal account. So just go to portal.vembu.com. Okay, firstly you need to create a Vembu portal account. Once the portal account is created, you can sign up for the Vembu Cloud DR. So to sign up for Vembu Cloud DR, you can just log into clouddr.vembu.com. Okay, and you can sign up for the Vembu Cloud DR. If you already have a portal account, so it's a single sign-on. It will all connect to your Vembu Cloud DR console. Or if you don't have, you just need to create a Vembu Cloud DR account. You just log into Vembu portal, and you just need to sign up for the Vembu Cloud DR. So once the Vembu Cloud DR, once you signed up for the Vembu Cloud DR, so come back to the backup server. Okay, just go to management and click on offset copy and click on configure. So here first you need to enable this offset copy. Okay, and you need to click on Vembu Cloud DR server. So before doing this, you need to first register this Vembu BDR backup server to your Vembu portal account. To register this Vembu BDR server, just click on backup management, then click on license. So you need to enter the email address and password first of the portal account. So this backup server will just connect itself to the Vembu portal account, and it's directly connected to the Vembu Cloud DR. Okay, so once everything is done, now come to management and offset copy and click on configure. So just enable this and click on Vembu Cloud DR Server. Okay, here you have some settings, so you can just select when you want these replications to be done. You can select the time, and if you want to change the retention between the local backup server and the cloud server, then you can change this retention settings here. And if you want to throttle the bandwidth for a particular time, you can throttle the bandwidth. So once you're done, just click on save replications. So as per the schedule, so all the backup data from this backup server will get replicated to this cloud DR server. Okay, if something goes wrong with the primary backup, you can restore the backup data from this by just going to the recovery. In any case, in any case of disaster, if something goes wrong, even if the entire business goes down, even if the backup server goes down, you don't need to worry. You can just log into Vembu Cloud and you'll be able to restore the backup data from there. So to restore the backup data from a Vembu Cloud, so just log into your cloud.vembu.com, and then you need to sign in with your account. Okay, it will land into this dashboard. So here you can see this billing information, how much of data that is being used. Okay, to recover the backup data, just click on recovery and you need to select. So this cloud DR will accept the data from the multiple backup servers. You just need to select the appropriate backup server, and once the backup server is selected, you can see all the data from that particular backup server will get replicated here. So you just select that data that you want to restore. Okay, so here you have two options. Either you can perform the file level recovery and recover the individual files and folders from the backup data, or else you can download the backup data into multiple file formats, and once it is downloaded, you can make use of this data and you'll be able to restore the data things from there. Okay, in future, actually we are planning to come up with a new recovery option. So this recovery option allow you to spin the backup data as a virtual machine on AWS. So currently, so the Vembu Cloud is deployed on AWS. So we have all the servers, we have the servers running on almost all the region of AWS. Okay, and we are complying with almost all the compliances. Okay, and so this is how you can set up a hybrid cloud with Vembu, and this is how you can restore the backup data at the time of disaster or a major data loss. So this is how you can protect your business from a major disaster or something. So that's the end of the small demonstration here. Okay, so to start using Vembu, so you can just go to vembu.com and just go to downloads and click on the download, and you can download the product and you can start using it. So this product comes with a 30 days of free trial, so you don't have any restriction on these trial period. So you can just download the setup, so download the installer, install it on your machine and start running your backups. And even we have free editions, so this product comes in multiple editions. So we have free editions. If you're using a VMware or Hyper-V backups, then you can backup up to 10 virtual machines for free, and it's free for lifetime. There is no restrictions on the features, so you can back up 10 virtual machines for free, totally free. Okay, yes, so, yeah, and you have a 10 GB of free cloud storage to test your DR. Okay, and yeah, so if you have any questions, you can ask your questions in the chats in a question box. So we have a lot of questions coming in, so Mr. Pranav is addressing to all the questions. So if you're not able to address these questions now, so we'll drop it as a mail to you.
Thank you for that insightful session, Nivas. People, I've been addressing few of the questions which have come up, and there are questions that are popping up. So we are trying to answer it, and our engineering team is also answering it online. And if we are not able to address your question now, there will be an email sent to you. So you can check your email at the next 24 hours. The meanwhile, you'll have the recording of this session being alive to in the YouTube of Vembu as a Vembu channel, and then there will be a mail dropped in your inbox, so you can check that too for your verification or a second view of the video. Thank you so much for attending the session. To contact us sales regarding a product demonstration or a free trial, then you can just contact at Vembu-sales@vembu.com, and for the contact us support, you can contact us through Vembu-support@vembu.com. Meanwhile, you just get yourself logged into Vembu.com for more updates on Vembu backup and disaster recovery. Thank you for the session, and thank you, Rivas, once again. Thank you.